You're right, people. Alex Mathers here. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Great Habits for Great Men. Today we're going to be talking about bedtimes. I don't want to sound like a scolding parent, but this has been a really useful one for me that I wanted to pass on to you guys in terms of making a positive impact on my life, my ability to be more disciplined, more positive, and more on it in general. This will be tricky for a lot of you guys to stomach, to take in, like it was for me in the early days, and it's taken me a very long time for me to move from night owl, which I have been for about 97% of my life, until 6-7 months ago I switched tracks and I became a morning person, or at least a try-hard morning person. I'm still needing to find a way to get better at it, but it has turned my life around quite tremendously. So I want to let you know that if you are considering getting up earlier, and you're worried that you have some kind of genetic aspect about you that makes you more of a night owl, this might be more profound for you. I don't know, I can't assume to know, but I have to say that I've spent my whole life enjoying working up into the wee hours of the morning and spending time doing my thing at night. But I have to say, having switched over and having made the realization that, of course, if you're working towards the end of the day, there's no way that that can be more efficient work, more alert work, having spent the whole day awake doing stuff. You're going to be working on the other end of the spectrum in terms of energy output. So even if it takes you a while to warm up in the morning to start getting into the flow of work, like it still does for me, I still have more waking hours in which I have more energy. That's the nature of getting up earlier. And of course, there are all kinds of other benefits from waking up early, like getting up before everyone else does and having that added sense of pride that you're not sleeping in and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of benefits about waking up early, but that's actually not what I'm going to be talking about in this episode. I'm talking more about the step prior to getting up early, which is going to bed early. A lot of people don't talk about this aspect of discipline, and obviously getting up early is a very strong, powerful component of self-discipline. A lot of the greats, a lot of the people who find total success, it's not to say everyone, a lot of them have a story of waking up very early and getting stuff done before everyone else. But a lot of people don't talk about needing to go to bed early. So you need actually to be more focused on, rather than getting your butt out of bed at 5 a.m., focus on making sure you go to sleep before a certain time. So before 9:30 p.m. in my case. I've found it a lot more easy to get up early in the morning when I have committed to going to bed before a certain time. If I allow that side of things to slip too much, then it's going to feed into and eat into the time that I have in the morning, and it's going to make me get up later and later and get lazier and lazier. So there's discipline that needs to be applied to both ends, but I find it a lot easier to be very cognizant, very aware of needing to go to bed by a certain time. So you've got to be your own parent. You've got to say, no, mate, you're not going to be watching that 40th YouTube video tonight. You're going to bed, okay? And that, of course, means that you need to be thinking even further in advance, because you need to be tired when you go to sleep at a certain time that is earlier than most other people. You need a whole overhaul of your discipline in all aspects of life. You need to make sure that you're doing exercise in the day to get tired enough to go to bed before a certain time. So you've got to be cognizant of your exercise, and you've got to make sure that you're knackered and exhausted, and you've got to make sure you do more stuff. You've got to get busy in the day. So this has all made me think about, okay, if I get to the end of the day and I'm still awake, still ready to do stuff, still ready to watch films and blah, 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 I know that I haven't done enough. I know that I haven't committed to enough stuff, even if it's empty work, even if it's just busy work. You've got to get yourself moving in the day. So that's been really helpful for me. It's just the habit of aiming to be under the cover by a certain time. And it's going to be challenging for many, because many people like working at night. They like going out at night. They like, having dinners and boozy evenings at night. And it can be a challenge for many. But this is going to be one of the things that will turn your life around in the most profound way, like it has for me. Yeah, you might allow yourself the odd day off here and there for a later night. Early to bed gives you the ability to get up nice and early without being completely flustered and groggy. You'll get enough sleep. And this is another aspect of it as well. It allows you to actually sleep a decent amount rather than trying to force yourself out of bed too early and then feeling exhausted through the day and not being able to focus and all that kind of stuff. So early to bed, early to rise, get the bird. The early bird gets the worm, but focus on early nights. Get yourself wrapped up in bed. Do what you need to do to say no to those things that pull you back and pull you out of bed and keep you up at night. You're gonna have to say no a little bit more often, be a bit more discerning with your time, like I've had to be. So that's my little habit for today. Great habit for great men. If you want to be disciplined, if you want to get more done in the day, if you want to have more of a sense of pride and responsibility in your life and take advantage of those early morning hours and get more work done earlier and get more effective, efficient done work in the day, then early to bed is your habit for today. Hope that made sense. Do subscribe if you like this and you want to hear more great habits for great men. I will see you in the next episode.